Do you know what actually happens to the water you use indoors after it goes down the drain? It goes on a journey of collection and treatment in order to protect public health and protect the water quality of our creeks, lakes, and Bellingham Bay. After people use water for cleaning, cooking, and manufacturing, that dirty water goes down indoor drains. Wastewater collected from all over Bellingham flows through pipes and pumps to the Post Point Resource Recovery Plant in Fairhaven. This is where we clean the wastewater before discharging it into Bellingham Bay. The main process of cleaning our wastewater includes screening, settling, flotation, skimming, clumping, and disinfection. Let's take that step by step. First, we go through preliminary treatment. This step involves removing the biggest material. Here, there is also a receiving station for residential septic tank sludge, which is the solid stuff from septic tanks. We then add air and chlorine to the water, which helps reduce odor and control bacteria. It then flows through screening bars, where more large debris is removed and sent to a landfill. The water enters the grit chamber, where it slows down to let sand and other heavy particles settle out. The water continues on with the treatment process while the grit is dried out and also sent to a landfill. The next step on our journey is primary treatment, where the wastewater flows into a large primary clarifier, also known as a settling tank. Suspended solids, or sludge, sinks to the bottom while oil and grease rise to the surface. A large mechanism arm makes its way around the clarifier, where it skims off the scum and sucks up the sludge to be sent to solids handling for incineration. We then move on to secondary treatment, where the wastewater flows into large enclosed aeration basins. We take something called activated sludge, which is aerated sewage containing microorganisms, and add that with wastewater and oxygen bubbles to let microorganisms trap and remove contaminants. The water moves into large clarifiers where the organisms settle to the bottom. Some are removed and incinerated, and other organisms are returned to the aeration basin to go through the process once more. At this point, 95% of the organic waste and solids have been fully removed. We move on to disinfection, where wastewater spends about an hour or two in the chlorine contact chamber, where chlorine is added to kill any remaining disease-causing organisms. Sodium bisulfate is then added to react with the chlorine and create salt, preparing the water to enter the salt water in the bay. Laboratory personnel continually monitor the treatment process to ensure that water released into the bay is safe for the environment and human health. Staff collect samples throughout the process and test it to make sure the plant is running at optimum efficiency. Following treatment, the water travels about 1/4 mile into the bay. As you can tell, cleaning wastewater is a highly technical process that takes a lot of time, expertise, specialized equipment, and maintenance. You have a role too. Please properly dispose of medications, chemicals, grease, fats, and oils. To learn more about where to dispose of chemicals and medicine properly, call the Whatcom County Health Department or visit whatcommedreturn.org. Remember to only flush the 4 P's down the drain: poop, pee, puke, and toilet paper. For more information, call 360-778-7700 or go to www.cob.org/PW.